Yo, guys, welcome to the live show. You knew this was gonna happen every. Wait, how do I paste?
I fixed my face, as Dan told me as we were
Ew.
turning on. I got my eyebrows done today.
Why can't I paste?
Shout out to Kirpa and the girls at J&J Salon in Edison.
Wait,
Oh. Oh.
what thing? It's not working. Hold
We're
on.
testing, what are we testing? Apple? iPhone.
iPhone. There's a lot of iPhone-y situations. No, yo, what's up, man? Welcome.
What's up?
Yo, hold on. Hold on. I gotta post
Sorry.
a comment first.
Hi, fam.
How
How
do
are
you
you?
post? No, I don't want to use Google Translate. Oh,
I'm
so
excited to
annoying.
be here.
Oh, man. It's so good to see
Dude,
you
we're
guys.
excited you're here.
How's my beautiful Lizita?
All right, I give up on
He's
that.
doing fantastic. Say hello.
This is my girl. Hey, girl. I miss you so much. I know. She's so gorgeous.
Well, we're really glad you're here, man. I'm trying to paste this comment. It's not working. I guess we'll figure that out later.
My
So
nephews,
yeah,
look.
this is super exciting,
Jay's
man.
on.
Yeah, this is great. So, do you have the box? Do you have the box with you? Okay, well, we'll get to the box. We actually have a lot of pictures, which is good, and we have a lot of questions. How are we doing on angles?
Should we bring it closer?
We
didn't send you a Nature Sunshine, just so you know.
Yeah,
I
it
know
looks
it's-
like
I was
vitamin.
like,
Not
I
vitamin.
don't know how much natural organic products I still want to have in my life after work.
When Dan packed the box, and I was like, he's gonna think that we're sending him like like natural goods.
I'm like, is this something else for me to demo and promote?
So real talk, every week we do our we're not shy about promotions. So if anybody wants to promote us or like, pay for us to all be on, we're always looking for that. So do you wanna you wanna open your boxes or you wanna wait?
Yeah, we'll open the box in a
Okay.
second. First, so this is our live stream. We do this every Friday night at 8 o'clock. We interview our friends. We're looking for our most interesting friends. If you would like to apply, send us a DM, and we'll get you the application and all
Send
that
Dan
good stuff.
Dan.
So, Ree, for those of our friends who don't know who you are, can you tell us who you are and a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Delbert Townsend. That's my new I'm over 40 introduction. Half of my friends here in North Carolina call me Del. All of my friends in New Jersey only know me as Ree.
Yeah.
So, and then in professional life, I've been going by Del for the last 20 years. So it is that's my introduction of who I am. And I know Dan and Lauren I've known Lauren, I can't even say how many years because it would age us both. And I've known Dan shortly before Dan and Lauren have been married until now. And I absolutely value you guys and include you in my list of closest friends / family.
We love you. We love you guys so much. We're just always like, Townsends are family. Like people are like, oh, do you know the Townsends? I'm like, oh, my family? I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's funny because even when I looked at some of those old pictures, I'm like, there's so many of these pictures that either Lauren is in or Matt is in, or we got little Benny in pictures. So it's crazy how long we've known each other.
Lizita and I were playing violin together in 4th grade. She was in 5th grade, or she was like, we have our violin photo. Like violin, I think she was a viola. Like I have to find that photo. I gotta find it. I think it's at my mom and dad's house.
Right,
I might have a copy of it, but I won't show it during this video. I'll make sure I get your approval first, as we have all had our glow up.
Yeah, exactly. It's fantastic.
Okay, so let's have you open the box. Do you know what's in the box already?
I have no clue. The
Okay.
box is 100% sealed.
So, quick story, guys, for those of you who are watching about the box. I sent the box to Ree, and I had the wrong address on the box. And I'm like, we have it. And he goes, we moved. So we did a quick, change of address at the post office, and you got it. And it cost me more to get the change of address than to ship it. So I don't even understand what happened. But as long as you got it, I'll fix that on the back end. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
So go ahead and open the box and hold up one at a time what you see inside the box.
If the USPS wants to sponsor us at any time, I will give you a glowing recommendation, because this was absolutely clutch that you've done what you've done. It's not a Nature Sunshine order, unfortunately, but USPS came through, and Dan has identicals. So whatever you open, Dan has identicals.
Oh my goodness.
Hold it up.
I'm going to be in fat boy heaven because, okay, so I'm going to start off here.
Which one is that? Which one is that?
Classic.
Butterscotch. He's got to get the butterscotch.
That's it. Classic butterscotch.
Butterscotch crimpets.
This is by far, if
I've
I'm
never-
gonna fat boy out, I'll
Really?
take a box or two of those to the face.
Reed, Dan's never had a crimpet.
Yeah, it's an exciting day for me.
You've never had a crimpet?
No, never.
Mm-mm. I couldn't believe it. Go ahead.
Cream-filled crimpets.
What's up, bro?
Jelly crimpets.
All right, now,
Oh my goodness.
jelly. I drew the line.
And the jelly crimpets are awesome because they don't have that butterscotch frosting. Delicious.
Nah, man.
And then this one was put in the box upside. Oh my.
Yeah, that's a special edition.
Yeah.
Spice cake crimpets. And if you know me, I am a sucker for anything limited edition. And my family will always be like, why do we have like a case of Mountain Dew that says 2017? I'm like, don't open it. That's from 2017. So
Go ahead.
I don't know. It might take a lot for me to open this up, but that spice cake sounds quite delicious. So I don't know if this is gonna make it into the pile of limited edition to save forever.
Which one are we gonna start with?
Oh, since you've never had a crimpet, I mean, you have to go with the classic.
Okay, classic it is. That's cream filled, right?
I was telling him we were in ShopRite, and I'm like, you gotta.
No, not cream filled, just the regular, no cream. Just standard crimpet.
I said you need to put them in the fridge before you eat them so that the frosting gets cold.
I didn't do that. My fault.
Oh yeah.
So
But if you do that, then the frosting kind of comes off on that first bite, and then you get like a third cake, but the whole frosting. I'm totally not as fat as I sound.
So
keep your shirt on. Keep your shirt on.
Yeah, keep your shirt. While we're doing this, Lauren's gonna pick a question for you to answer while we're trying the first.
I just want to tell you the true story about the limited.
Just pick a question.
Real quick with the limited edition thing. I was teaching a bunch of rowdy 8th graders, and I had a few like what they consider themselves sneakerheads in the classroom, and they were like trying to exactly. You're already smiling. We were trying to educate me on sneakerheads, and I was like, guys, please. My brother is Sir Kix-a-Lot, and my nephew is Sir Kix-a-Lot. Please shut up. Like, please. Do you have a whole basement? No. All right. Next question. All right. Here we go.
Just pick a question.
I know. Here. Okay. Boom.
So delicious.
It's so. It's this one. Okay. The one that got away. What item were you after and you weren't able to purchase? Oh, dude.
That has happened to me quite often. I think most recently it was that Travis Scott Jordan 4 that came out. It was an awesome color blue. It was like one of the first in the Travis Scott collection. And unfortunately, I did not think it was going to sell out or go up in value as much as it did. And I missed out. And it's the one in the collection that I'm missing.
There was like a whole Travis Scott sell-off too. Like I saw a couple kids up here that were selling like the Wheaties, and they were selling there was like wasn't there like Travis Scott Wheaties and like Travis Scott like Supreme stuff,
There are Reese's
right?
Puffs. Yeah, there are Travis Scott Reese's Puffs, and then recently he did the collaboration with McDonald's. So I don't know why. I mean, I feel like his music all sounds the same, and I can't really get into it. Yeah. But his merch is quite exclusive and must have to any collection.
I know. That was a good one. That was a really good question. I'm
gonna say this crimpet is really good. I never had this before, but it's really good.
Delicious.
Right. It's good stuff. All right, let's go to the end. Oh, here we go. Aww. Your favorite sister besides Lisa T?
Well, there are probably Lisa T is absolutely the greatest sister one could ever ask for, and I love my sister to death. I actually sent her a text message today to let her know how much I missed her. But I do have a couple of surrogate sisters. Nikki Malden is by far my oldest friend and closest sister.
Day one.
Besides my sister, absolutely. I have known Nikki Malden probably from the time that I was 4 until now. So easily 3+ decades. And very many of my life experiences, especially in those late teens and early 20s, Nikki was an influential part behind, and I love Nikki to death.
That's my girl. That's my day one, man. Like Nikki is like the same thing.
All right, let's go to another.
So if I had to think about like who was the closest to my sister outside of Lisa T, I definitely have to give it to Nikki.
Yeah, she always calls you her little brother anyway, her little bro.
Oh yeah, man, we have so much history. I love Nick to death.
All right, let's do it. Can you do the get in the car and cops are coming dance?
It's so funny because I had this conversation with the originator of this dance recently. And in fact, there was a snippet on a crime show where one of the suspects was about to get away and they screamed out, "Get in the car, the cops is coming." And I must have rewinded 10 times and sent a clip. And I think the dance goes, "Get in the car, cops is coming. Get in the car, cops is coming. Get in the car." Corey, I think that you, my friend, Corey Toon, I will not tell that story, but anytime I hear Corey's name come up or see a tune, the very first thing I think of is, "Get in the car, cops is coming. Get in the car, cops is coming." And absolutely, people had to get in the car, and the cops absolutely were coming.
That's fantastic on every level. All right. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah.
Dan, I'm going into these jelly crimpets now.
Okay,
I can't resist.
What a perfect segue.
Wait, hold on. I didn't get jelly ones because I don't like jelly, but I got these peanut butter candy cakes, dark chocolate flavor tasty cakes. Yeah. So I'll report how those are instead of jelly squirrels. Can't do it.
To each his own. Okay. You know, we celebrate uniqueness here. All right. Here we
jelly
go.
Is delicious.
Best place to eat in North Carolina versus your favorite spot in New Jersey. Oh.
That's a good question. I would have to say one of my favorite spots in New Jersey is definitely Cuban Pete's. The Brazilian style barbecue or Portuguese style barbecue is amazing. And I like the ambiance, and I've always had good experiences. Our really good friends, Dre and Demara Fuller, we have a lot of memories with having brunches and dinners and just time spent and great conversations, lots of encouragement. So if I had to think of a favorite restaurant there, I think because of all the good times, great conversations, and memories connected to Cuban Pete's, I would definitely choose that.
Cuban Pete's is having
Say that once more.
Cuban Pete's is like on the news up here because he, with the lockdowns, when they brought the restaurants back, the owner was like, "Yeah, I can't bring back 35% or 50%." He brought everybody back, and then he had like.
Hold on, I want to say shout out to my boy John, who wrote that "Sir Kicks a Lot" is one of the best handles he's ever seen. John's a mad cool artist, animator. He does so many cool things.
John is awesome. So the state came in and like shut him down, and when they shut him down, he had 135 people in the restaurant on a Saturday night. But he was like full capacity Cuban Pete's, doing the whole thing. And I do agree with you. Like when I used to eat red meat, that was the best skirt steak I've ever had. Was like Cuban Pete's Cuban
oh my goodness!
And you could bring your own alcohol there. You bring your own alcohol, and like they give you the mix, and like good Cuban Pete's is bomb. It's really good.
Oh yeah, and then those mixes, just insane.
Just delicious.
Especially if you mix it with a little Ciroc summer colada.
Like when you have a good experience like that with people, like your close friends, like you're always kind of like, I think it makes the food better and makes the drinks better and stuff like that. What do you think?
Angle the camera down.
Yeah, we really enjoyed it there at Cuban Pete's. And I think if I had to choose a place here in North Carolina, we found a little bistro called the Block Bistro.
Okay.
It's just in one of the little communities. They have a great brunch. North Carolina is known for their shrimp and grits, and the Block has probably the best shrimp and grits and a great environment. And they're also very accommodating. So that's probably one of my favorite places here in North Carolina. And anytime people come to visit, it's one of the places that I'm like, we have to go.
We're super-
Chef Toon, I see that you've joined.
Yes.
Anytime you're in Charlotte, bro, Shan, we definitely have to go to Block. There's some really good things.
Yeah, we want to, whenever we can travel again, I know we're like super overdue to come to North Carolina and check it out. I love shrimp and grits. So good.
All right, let's go on to the next question. And what did you think of that crimpet, Ree? How was the jelly?
The jelly was good. I haven't had a jelly crimpet in a while. I kind of missed the frosting on top. I know I originally said I don't think that the butterscotch frosting goes, but I think that the jelly crimpet could use a little frosting on the top.
Really? Like a vanilla or like a clear glaze?
So this is one of my good friends. She doesn't know you personally, but she noticed your awesome pocket square in the pictures that I posted. So I guess she wants to know about your pocket square situation.
Tell me more about his fabulous red pocket square.
I have to see a picture of this red pocket square.
Well, it was it was the picture that I posted where me and you were at our 10th anniversary party.
Remember your suit had the cool red on it?
Oh, yeah. So I do wear red probably most often. It is my favorite color, and anybody who's ever been in the congregation with me will tell you that most meetings I have on some red. I have a couple of really cool pocket squares that have like 4 different corner designs that I really, really seek to find and try and use. And then every now and then I'll flip the pocket square design, just midway through whatever event it is, just to see if anybody notices. But I love red, and I love red pocket squares, and I love to have a little accessory of pop with anything that I'm wearing. I'm wearing red now. I'm always wearing red.
Yeah, red's beautiful. Red's a power color. It's a great color. And it looks good on you.
So before we go to the next question, one of the things that was really fun about preparing for this live was kind of digging through some of the old pictures that we had of you guys. And actually, we found some even last week that I couldn't find today that was driving me a little bit crazy. But I did find one gem that I wanted to share. And I think you already know where this is going, but this is a 2-part share. So number 1, don't be embarrassed. And number 2, this is probably the greatest thing that I've ever seen. So,
oh my goodness!
I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but here's the deal. If you're not familiar, this is a picture of Ree on a coupon. He made himself on a coupon, which is just unbelievable. Like, this is the kind of people. When I saw this, I was like, now this is the kind of guy I need to be better friends with. Like, that's phenomenal. Like, this is on our fridge forever. For like
6 years. Like, he was like, no, that's Ree's coupon. Don't take that down.
Yeah. Lauren was like, oh no, we're not using this coupon. No.
It's like in the photo album. He's like, no, because the man that I have who's on a coupon.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
That's great.
What should I get, Dan? Like, put me on a coupon and I will be your friend for life. Like, absolutely.
I definitely will add that to my list of possible anniversary gifts for the future.
So tell us how you became on a coupon.
So I used to work for the company Applegate, and lots of great times there. It was definitely one of my most memorable jobs. I was in the marketing department, and my responsibility there included doing in-store product demonstrations. And at the time, there was no body and company, and not a lot of companies were doing in-store product demonstrations. And so quickly, I had a pretty high success rate, and became kind of known locally in a lot of the Whole Foods and a lot of the natural stores as Demo Del. And the brand that I was working for really kind of put a lot behind that, and kind of made that personality part of the brand. And so as being part of the brand, then there was that coupon that was traceable. So at the end of each kind of period, we would run analysis on that coupon. To see how many people actually purchased based upon the only way that you can get that coupon was from me in store, and it was kind of like my personal invitation. So it was really good to connect the brand with a personality and the consumer. So it was kind of a way to have the consumer in store who kind of knew of a brand but didn't know much about it, and then I was kind of like that face and that voice behind the brand that educated them, then brought them in, and that was probably one of the highest redeemed, that had the highest redemption rate amongst the time that I worked there. And I definitely hope that that the team over there at Applegate is having the same kind of success, even though it's been 6 years since I've been gone.
It was amazing. Like, Dan was always like, that was before when you were starting to do a lot of your social media stuff.
No, that was before.
That was way before that.
That was way before that.
You're right. And he was like, this is like amazing. Like show
it again.
No. he literally spent the other night like 2 hours going through all of our scans, and he was like, I know I have it, and I was like, we have it in a photo album, and then he found it, and it was like, he woke me up at like 11:30. He's like, I found it. He's like, I have it. Like, it was like, I was like, it's pretty remarkable. It was on the fridge until really recently, because we bought a new fridge, so all of our stuff is like in a bag right now. We haven't like redecorated the fridge yet. Shout out if anybody wants to send us photos, we'll put you on our fridge. But yeah, like we were like super excited and always super proud of you, and you are, you know,
That's a genius.
you are genius. Genius.
So let's go on to the next question.
All right.
Push the, yeah.
Yep, I got you. All right. Ooh, I like this one. Oh, here we go. This is like a statement. I just love that tan suit. He looks great in it. We love like nice comments on Friday night. Like, this is beautiful. Like, I love a good thought. That's a beautiful thought. Very nice. Thank you. Let's see what else here. Okay, here we go. Where does he get those suits? Okay. From a person. Do we know that person?
Yeah. No, it's
you do, right?
Yeah, it's my friend Marty. Marty is a guy. If you want to make your own augmented reality Instagram filters, or you want your own gifts for Instagram, Marty is the guy who do it. He's building his own company, doing that. Super nice guy. Really, really awesome. Highly recommend. But anyway, Reed, tell us where your suits come from.
I am by far the most bargain shopping person ever. I am quite a shopaholic, but I refuse to pay top dollar for anything. So every time I get those emails from Macy's that talk about those flash sales, I try and jump on it. That was a quarantine special, and I paid $31 for that suit.
That's awesome.
Excellent. I love it. All right, on that note, let's see.
Oh, I opened up the limited edition box.
You did?
It's delicious, though.
It's delicious.
Yo, I gotta dig in.
He's going in. All right, how many pairs of sneakers do you currently have? Boom.
Ooh. I have narrowed my collection down to original colorways. So at one point, the collection was up to an embarrassing, almost 700 pair. But recently, because I have a son who's about to get his driver's license, he got his permit recently, and another one who's trying to start a business. I've been downsizing and selling off the collection so that I can invest in my kids' futures.
Best.
So I have just original colorways that Jordan played in. So if it's one that Jordan played in between 85 and the mid 90s, then it's a huge chance that it's in the collection.
Yeah.
Actually, it's in the collection. I have every original colorway that Jordan played in.
Did you see? When I went to Vegas last year for work, I went to the Nike store in Vegas, and they have like the Jordans on the wall. I don't know if you've gone for work, if you and Lizzie went. It was like, I sent Nikki a video. I don't know if I sent it to you guys on Instagram, but there's your sneakers. It was like, I was floored by the amount. Like, first off, the museum installation in the store, and like just the styles and stuff, and it is really, really cool.
So tell us what's going on in this picture, bro? Like, what am I looking at here?
So this picture is at the height of my collection when we still were in New Jersey, and I had my my basement kind of customized to be able to fit all of my shoes, or all shoes that I ever wanted. And unfortunately, at some point, I started to fill up those walls like crazy. And there was a sneaker event that I was going to, and they were like, whoever can post the most insane collection will get a free vendor's table. And I'm like, I got that in the bag. So this is the picture that I put together to be like, if anybody has this much more in their personal collection in their home, then by far they deserve a free admission. Yeah. But if not, then that's all mine.
Yeah, I helped you move, so I remember all those boxes. It was, yeah, bro. That was, you had a giant shoe box. Like, it had to be 6 feet long, and it was a Nike. I've never seen anything like it. Me and your brother-in-law carried it out of the basement, and I was like really sweating. Like, he was like, oh yeah, this is really like, I was really, but anyway, yeah.
So when we moved from our last house to this one here, and we were doing some downsizing, we were moving it out the house, and one of my neighbors like stopped and was like, what is that? I just want to see what it is. And so I ended up selling it to him. So I don't have those anymore.
Awesome, man. I always tell people, like, we always, with this, I know sneakers, I feel like the sneakerhead world, you tell me how you feel about this, has gained traction, in the last like 15, 20 years. But of everybody that I know, you are the original. To me, you were always one of the originals. And then to see Justin come along and be Sir Kix-a-Lot and just the whole thing. I love that people talk about it now, and I feel like social media has given an arena for the community too to kind of join. Where like in the 90s we didn't have that as much, and now people are like buying and trading sneakers in such a way that it's art. Like to me, it's like buying and trading art, basically.
You know, at one point, I realized that one of my personal struggles with all this had been materialism, and so you know, I really looked and I was like, I can't take any of this stuff with me. Mm-hmm. So I started looking at how it could be of benefit. And then I was just so grateful that I had invested when there wasn't a big, you know, there wasn't a big push. People were not spending $200, $300, $400 on sneakers. And so many of them came from Craigslist. When I would be traveling for business and I would be bored off of my travel time, I'd be like, wonder what sneakers are for sale here in Tampa on Craigslist. And so to be able to have profited and have sold off and to even see more people have the enjoyment from them and to, I mean, so many vacations, family emergencies, just so many things have been, you know, a benefit from the collection. And, you know, I'm very thankful that that it worked the way it did.
It's very cool. It's super cool. Let me see. There's something else. Somebody else had a question on that one too. Here it is.
I see Helene put a post in there, a comment. They absolutely stayed in my shoe room when they were here, and it was one of the hardest things about moving. When we moved, I no longer had a shoe room, so all my shoes are now in the basement. That's another reason why the downsize. But it was so nice to have the Tunes stay with us and to be able to enjoy that room.
That's always fun. So tell us the story about why you had to have foot surgery in line with the shoes.
There's a bunch of different reasons that the foot needed to be operated on. Part of the reason was because I had worn so many pairs of shoes that I was never able to break in shoes. And so the podiatrist was like, it's essentially like you're wearing, this is kind of weird, but it's like you're wearing new shoes every day. So he's like, just pick a pair and wear them so that your foot can adjust. And then I also, from, you know, in my younger years, I did not necessarily wear the proper size. So I already have small feet. I already wear a size 8 shoe. But anybody who knows about shoes knows that the men's size starts at 7.5 and kids stop at 7. Mm-hmm. So if you buy a kid's shoe, it'll save you $60 a pair over an adult shoe. So there was a big part of me for a couple of years that was like, I'm going to buy them. I'm going to wear them once or twice. It'll be a little tight, but it was the most stupid thing I've ever done and definitely had to have a couple of foot surgeries to correct it. Foolishness.
Like I remember like I had like size 9 feet, which was like big for a girl. And I remember like going to Against All Odds or whatever it was and being like, I'm going to wear a 7 and like cramming my feet into it, walking around on pigeon toes. Like,
I'm like, nobody needs that insole. Then I'm like, man, my soles hurt so bad. It's like, yeah, you're walking on plastic grid, son.
Like, what's a mattress?
Exactly.
All right. Hold on a second. We got a new comment. We got a new question. We love when new questions come in. Hold on. Wait, where is that?
Where is it? Usually it's a different color.
It is. You're right. All right, we'll find that out. We'll work on that. Oh, here it is. Here it is. All right, here we go. Oh, I love it. Here we go. What's one of your kids' most recent accomplishments, Justin and Jared?
I'm extremely proud that Justin just recently passed his permit test.
Oh, yeah.
So he is driving. He is extremely happy to be able to be driving. And he just had such a great week. You know, I told Justin today just how proud I am of him. He had the initial call yesterday for the meeting, and he completely worked the talk by himself, you know, with you know, no prodding or anything from us, and did a stellar job. And then today knocked out his permit test, you know, after having a couple of challenges in the past, and, you know, just being so resilient and just being a great example. You know, I'm really proud of him. Yeah. And, you know, Jay has really taken this, this desire that he has to provide people with good food. And he's really taken off. So he loves developing new sauce recipes and different techniques for frying chicken. that he's called J Bones Wings and Things, from a little nickname that I've been calling him since he was a little boy. My little J Bone. Oh, look at those delicious wings cooked by J Bone. And so they're really making me proud.
Those are Jay's, right? Those are Jay's wings.
They look delicious. It's a little fuzzy, so I can't tell, but it looks like them.
I follow his account, and like Dan and I was like, oh man, I wish, you know, we were like in proximity, because we would totally hire him, because there's some like Saturday nights we just want to like wings and wedges, like it's just one of the best things to have. And we know that we would have wing night when you guys lived here, and I told him, I was like, if you want the buffalo chicken recipe, I'll send you the sauce. We'll send you the recipe. I think I sent you guys a recipe, but
that was just such a great, you know, having those wing parties. It was kind of like our way of trying to get with all of the congregation and to have a common ground and to just try and have something that we could all revolve around. And it became just such a fun and family environment. You know, there were like, you know, sometimes we would have them multiple times during the course of a short period, but they really always just got everybody happy. Mm-hmm. We would leave, everybody would be excited. There was a little trophy that we'd pass around, and it just became just a nice way for us to all connect and feel closer like family. Mm-hmm. And I still rant and rave about how your buffalo chicken dip on top of biscuits was by far the most delicious thing, and I hate biscuits.
Remember that? Like, and Dan, I was so... Like, Dan went without me because I think I was actually in North Carolina. I think I was in North Carolina seeing Kristen because she had had the twins. And we had moved down here. I always love the fact that you and Dan became friends. Like, I can't even tell you, like, I've said this to him so many times. Like, and, you know, of course, was dated by extension, like, and the boys and everything. But I was always like, Rhea is one of my oldest friends, as is Lizita. But the fact that you and him hit it off. And I remember he was like, oh, I'm going to go to Ree's, and he made the dip. I remember, like, we talked about it on the phone. And, like, it was one of, I think, your first, like, organic experiences living down here without me. Like, and just being, like, and having the best time. Like, I remember he was like, I had the best time. Like, they're the best. And I was like, no, they are. They're, like, it's family. Like, it's wonderful people. And
actually, the time that I was at your house and I met Fred Ivins was probably one of the most interesting times. Because I came home and I'm like, Lauren, I met this guy. He says he's a chess master, and I believe him. And Lauren's like, did you meet Fred Ivins? And I was like,
yes.
I've never heard of this guy before. I mean, like, every hall has, like, the people you're like, oh, wow, you have a really interesting story that I never would have known. So it was kind of like, get a different perspective. But, yeah.
Yeah. He lived it. I remember he was like, I met Fred. I was like, that's right. You've never met Fred. All right, let's see.
And how awesome of a person is Fred. And, you know, Dan, I will say, and, you know, I'll go on record, you know, even my friend Micah, who I think might be on, he's my pioneer buddy here in North Carolina. You know, Dan, there's so many spiritual advancements. You've always been one of my go-to friends, you know, from the time that, you know, I was anticipating or thinking about regular pioneering. You were such an influence in being like, dude, if I can do it, you can do it. Like, go out there and do it. To, you know, the support when I was first appointed as a ministerial servant. You know, you were really influential in helping me to be able to kind of keep things in perspective, for me to not second guess, you know, whether or not I had the right abilities or anything. And even as serving as an elder, you've been super helpful. You've been an ear for me to talk to. All the help that you gave me with my public talk. You've always been, you know, a great spiritual go-to. And an example that that spiritually mature people can absolutely be super fun, super down to earth, easy to talk to, and that in itself has been an encouragement. So thank you for keeping me in the truth.
Thanks, man. You know, you got to pass that on, though. You got to, like, do that for somebody else. You got to teach them, like, you could be cool and normal and be into shoes and have and still do all that stuff.
And do your
so that's what you have to
put
out there for everyone else.
It's the rule. All right, here's one. Let's do. Oh wait, all right, two things. Here we go. Fried salami or fried bologna?
Ooh,
good question.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
That's a tough one.
Ooh, that might be at least a tea question, because from all those homemade lunches, I'm gonna say fried bologna is everything. But if you have never tried fried salami, jump on it. Put a little bit of cheese, a little bit of mustard, white bread. You ain't doing it right unless you got one of those bread butts flipped backwards. Fried salami is everything, but fried bologna is life.
Lisa sent me a message this week, and it was like, because again, we look, you know, it's like family. And as soon as I opened the message, I was like, cause she sent me a song, and like her and I were both like, each other, and just were like, She's like one of my favorite people in the world. But
yes.
Yeah,
I couldn't ask for a better sister. I love Lisa T to death. We've had all of our, those sibling things back and forth, but she keeps me straight. She's a straight shooter, and we've always had each other's back, and we look at each other all the time, and we say we all we got. She's the best sister ever.
Speaking of which, what would you do if your older son put your younger son on the program?
Ooh. I would definitely reprimand him during the actual programming, but I would get into my bedroom at night and probably die laughing. I don't know if How much do you know about the program? I don't know if I should divulge the program or not, but the program definitely was, all you who know me know that aside from Lisa and myself, we do have another sibling who's just been kind of a stranger. He's off in Minnesota, and we love him and miss him, but he hasn't really been around for a while. But when we were young, us having a 6-year age difference between the three of us, poor Devin definitely caught the short end of the stick a little bit. And when he would get to the point of being a little annoying or bothersome, and we wanted to kind of get him out of our way, we would attack him and strip him and cause him to go off running embarrassed. So I think
wait a second, because we have a message from also a younger sibling in here. Wait a second. Where is it?
I like how you called embarrassing. I like how you attached the program. Like that's.
How's it feel to before? How's it feel to before taking pants off, not giving pants on? Younger siblings, you don't have some. Hey, listen, it's sometimes during interviews there are questions you don't have to answer, so it's perfectly fine.
Oh, this is a great one. Yeah, I definitely had a history of pantsing, and I'm willing to leave it at that.
We're gonna leave it at that. We're gonna move on.
Leave it at that. More crimpet to try, bro.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
What's the last crimpet we got?
Oh, Creamfield.
Oh man.
Here we go.
I got one here. Yeah, this is the one we wanted to queue up for you. Why is LeBron even in any kind of discussion? # the kids don't even know. Okay.
At all.
Basketball, and I agree with that. But he is kind of awesome. I don't know. He's kind of fly. I kind of dig it. But anyway, go ahead.
Listen, LeBron's a cool dude. I love the school that he's got going on. I like his LeBron 9s. I like some of the LeBron 10s. The LeBron 17s don't fit true to size, and they're valueless. I kind of like the idea of Space Jam 2, but LeBron, hang it up, bro. You're not Jordan. You'll never be Jordan. Stop. And your hair is liquid. You're not Jordan, buddy. Just shave it off, stick your tongue out, dunk on them, and be the real GOAT.
Oh my God. Oh, here we go. This is great.
Cream, baby.
What advice do you have for the 2020 dad who wants his kids to think he's still cool? I like that one.
You can do whatever.
Listen up, Jack.
Yeah, exactly. I said this also, to my sister. We were realizing that Justin is going to be 17. Justin will be 17 in 3 weeks. Or, I'm sorry, 18 in 3 weeks. So he'll be considered a legal adult. And I said, well, I'm the same age around now as my parents were when I was Justin's age. And never in a million years. I love my dad. Dad, I love you. You're my hero. You're the greatest thing walking. But I just didn't think he was cool. I just didn't. My mom, amazing person, but just didn't think they were cool. So, I do some things, like I try and stay on trend. I got my little name chain and all those things. My kids still think I'm lame. So.
I can't believe Justin is 17. I remember when Lizita was pregnant. Like, why?
Crazy, right? Crazy. And he'll be 18. It's like.
Stop.
It's crazy. He's the same age as I was when Lizita and I started dating. So he throws that in my face all the time on, really, Dad? Really, Dad? It's not going to last forever?
All right, here's one. how did your kids get so cute and funny?
I have an amazing wife. She is the most beautiful person I've ever met. She's got this warm and fuzzy personality. And here I am, just this fat lump of skin who procreated and gave my kids all their awkwardness. And they get all of the cute and funny from my beautiful wife.
That's
a great answer, bro. That's a great answer.
Lizita will always be one of my favorite people that walks the planet because she is she's queen and I adore her. And you're right.
I couldn't imagine where I'd be. You know, it's that's one of those things that people always say. But y'all who know me know that when Lizita came around, I was absolutely immature. I had nothing really. I wasn't on the right spiritual path. I wasn't doing anything the proper way. And she came in and she saw what could be, and she had so much patience and waited so long and put up with so much that, you know, she's definitely my queen.
And I love when she sings.
And she has an amazing singing voice.
All right, so before we go into the last question, which was your favorite crimpet out of all those? I'm definitely on a sugar rush right now, but which one was your favorite?
You know what? I'm glad I opened it. We are gonna have, like, this is it right here. This spice cake crimpet is everything.
Okay.
It is everything. I wish I would have known about that. I wish I'd have opened up those boxes from the previous years and actually ate them instead of just stored them away.
Here he goes. All right, Dan says this is last question. True story, who knows who longest? That's an open question. What? Whoa. So we were in Greenbrook together. Because I remember Devin was tiny, right? And then we went to Far Hills. Wait, we were in Greenbrook and we were in Watchung.
Yep.
You went to Far Hills, right?
Yep.
And then Lizita was my friend from Piscataway because we went Greenbrook. Right? We went Greenbrook to Piscataway.
But you guys went to high school together or no?
Lizita and I went to school together.
Oh, I thought you and we went to high school together. I don't know why I thought that.
No, but Lizita and I went to middle school together, and then high school she went to Piscataway, to Bocac. But then we went to Far Hills, and we knew each other when we were little. Yeah. And then we all just cross section.
That's exactly it. I mean, we I think our friendship started out right around the time that Ben might have been 1 or 2. Yeah. There was always those little family things that Carol McKinney used to put together. And Carol McKinney, you know, as a kid, I had no idea how valuable of a person that she was to the congregation and the organization. But there was always, you know, anytime there was a holiday and there was like those times where we'd be like, I don't know if I should go to school and be the odd man out who doesn't celebrate. You know, Carol really put together a lot of events. So, you know, I have some pictures back from early days with Devin in a stroller and Ben in the stroller and April Gresham in a stroller at some farm that we went to together. And then, you know, I really think that our friendship started to blossom and take off when you guys moved back to Far Hills. Yeah. That was at the time that I was in those early teen years. And one of the things I distinctly remember is not wanting to sit with my parents at the meeting. And I would sit either the row behind them or the row to the right of them so that my dad could either reach over and pluck me or my mom would be right behind me. And when you guys moved over to Far Hills, Matt used to come and sit with me. So it would be Matt and I sitting together during the meeting. And, you know, we would kind of pass notes and do that kind of thing during the meeting. But then I went through that really rough time, you know, with the rebelliousness and just not wanting to follow rules at home. And, you know, my parents knowing what to do, but, you know, I think that sometimes as parents, you know, you don't know whether what you're doing is the right thing or not. And you don't get the result that you desire, but you don't get that result until further down the line. Yeah. So I think my parents were really trying to, you know, teach me a really valuable lesson that I wasn't learning from them, but your family really adopted me on. So I would be like, I hate it here. I'm going to get on the bus.
You froze. Wait.
Oh, sorry.
You were getting on the bus. Continue.
So I'd be like, I'm getting on the bus and going to the Morgans. And then my dad would always be like, you don't live with the Morgans. You live here. You know, we're your family. But I viewed you guys as my family. And I didn't realize in the end that, you know, Diane and Larry were just driving home some of the points that my parents were telling me that I wasn't listening to from them, but would listen to from Diane and Larry. So, you know, I always am super thankful, you know, even to the time where I had to leave home and I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And your parents were like, you can't live here. But you know, you guys helped me to, you know, find a little place, and I got that. I'll never forget that little heater. You guys had this little dish heater that was in your basement, and the place that I was in was less than ideal. And you know, everybody just trying to nurse me back to good spiritual health. And you know, your family was super influential there, and it was just like, if I did not have the Morgans as friends there, that would have been a time that I would have, you know, sought the worldly influences and would have definitely been out the truth. So, you know, that's why even at our anniversary party, I'm like, you guys are my 1%. Like, you know, you guys have been there for the whole entire time, all of the madness, all the craziness, from the time you dyed my hair red the day before the assembly. That and then I got to the assembly, everybody's like, is your hair red? And I'm like, Lauren Morgan dyed it. It's okay. There's just so many things, so many things.
We were going to work, and I was like, this guy I worked with, and he was like, I was like, yeah, I was like, my friend was overdoing his laundry last night, and he was like, haha, doing his laundry. I'm like, no, like legit doing his laundry.
Yeah.
It was like this weird moment where I was like, ew, he's like my brother. I was like,
Yeah.
he was laundry, like, and it was. I remember clear as day. I was like 17. I was like, no, he just like moved into his first apartment, and he doesn't have a laundry room, and like, and I remember like you doing your laundry, and like I was like 17 with my license, like driving you back to Plainfield, and you can't walk, like,
I'm like, I'll just get back on the bus. You're like, you're gonna get back on the bus with a big old bag of laundry? Like, like no.
And we did dye your hair by accident. I've dyed a few people's hair. Like, anyway, I think it was like exercising my wanting to be a cosmetologist at one point. It just didn't work out. But...
You're like, just use peroxide. It'll work. Yeah. Okay. Why is my hair the color of crimpet jelly?
No, the 90s are wild.
Bree, this has been great having you on, man. Thank you so much for doing this with us. We have a couple of announcements. First, check on your extroverted friends. It's a tough time for all of us, but especially your extroverted people. So, you know, reach out to them. Not like just, hey, what's up? But like, how are you? Because chances are your extroverted friends are not doing well. Also, we want to say, if you'd like to be on the show, send me a direct message. We'll send you the application. You have to be interesting and have something good to talk about. That's really helpful. We don't invite boring people on the show, so if you're boring, don't bother. But you can probably get a snack food out of it, as you've seen from the past 3
We do
episodes.
ship snacks. We love to ship snacks.
That's really what
we are spending our travel budget on snacks because no one's going anywhere. So Instacart to Whole Foods to everything in between. I mean, if anything, you'll get snacks out of the whole thing. And we spend time together, which is like what we need. And our extroverts are not doing well. For those of us that are introverted, we're okay. But our extroverts, like, we're worried. We're worried for you guys.
Check on us. Come back Friday nights at 8, guys. Thanks so much for watching.
Thank you, guys.
Hug my boys and Lazita for me, please. Thank you.
I will do for sure. This has been awesome.
Love you.
See you later, man.
Love you too.
See you later. Where are we going?
Top right corner.
Oh,
Push the X.
bye.
Bye.
Great shot.